So I'm going to show you how to do HVAC in Revit, and make sure to watch a video about ceilings first, because you want to have your ceilings done before you do any HVAC. So if we go to systems here, the first thing that you want to do is put in a duct, or not a duct, an air terminal. So you've got three types of air terminals in a building. There's supply, there's return, and there's exhausts. So if your ceilings are typically 24 by 24, then, or even if they're 24 by 48, wherever we have a diffuser or like a supply, we want to zoom in and we want to line it up with our ceiling. So I've already put in the supply that we want, and then we want to click on each diffuser and come up here and change the flow rate. So in this case, my flow rates are 125 cubic feet CFMs for rooms, and they're 60 for the washrooms. So be careful here. This was 6. We should say 60. So once you've created all of your diffusers and you double check that they're exactly at the correct flow rate, and make sure you check, because they end up getting garbled sometimes. I don't know why. See, I put them all as 125, but some of them turned out to be 512. So it keeps happening. I don't know why, but or some of the washrooms ended up as 6. But this will really mess you up later. So garbage in, garbage out. And the reason is because Revit's gonna figure out the pipe size for you. Oh, I have another one. How did this happen? See, it's happening because I've got 2 mice here or whatever. So we go through and we change all of them to whatever we want. So now I've got all my diffusers in, and I've got the almost all correct flow rates. So there's one left here. Okay, so we're good on the diffusers. Now, if you're placing a diffuser and you don't see it, I'm gonna actually show you what actually happened here. The default height of the diffuser was like 0, and so then I was trying to install a diffuser and it wouldn't show up. So make sure the height of your diffuser is set to your ceiling height, or else this is not gonna work. Okay, so if you're on here and this is all you've created, you've got the diffusers. So now you can go create system. Now if these are all fed from the same rooftop unit, for example, then when you select them all, you're going to see create systems and you'll see duct. And so you want to choose supply air, so you can give it a name, and now you've got a system. That's all of the ductwork. And then you just go generate layout, and you want to know, so you've got to have a pipe coming in. You've got to have a feed, right, for your system. Could be here, could be here. You know your building, or you know where you're going to be putting a system. You know where your rooftop unit's going. That's your base. So, but what we've done here is Revit's given us 5 layouts. So you can click through and you can pick whichever one you like for your ducts. So now let's say I like the first one. So I'm gonna go to place my base here, and let's say my rooftop units or my furnace or whatever is here. So then I've put my base there, and now Revit's adjusted the ductwork to suit that location. So then I just go finish layout, and it's gonna do some number crunching, and boom, you have your ductwork. Now if we go to realistic, you can see fine detail. We can see all of our ducts. Now if we decide, let's say, that this wasn't ideal. Now it didn't work perfectly, but it's pretty close. So if we click on a duct, it will tell us, you know, what the elevation is, and it's a 12-inch duct, for example. They're all 12-inch ducts here, based on the flow rate. So if you want, we can also add insulation to our duct, or we can add a lining. So we can say, let's say, duct wrap, and now this duct is insulated, for example. But if we want to go back to, I'm gonna Control Z out of this, let's say. So we can change our base. So let's say our base is gonna be right here. Where is our base right now? Remove base, and then we're gonna place our base central, for example. So then we're gonna finish our layout. But by the way, you can change the duct sizing, and you can change round or rectangular, so that's an option. Now you can have multiple systems. So it's running into some trouble, which we'll probably figure out in the next video. If you have any questions, please post a comment. Thank you. Well, oh, you know what? So it's running into, it's not perfect. It's trying to, if you look through your errors, it'll show you where the errors are. That in some cases, it doesn't have ability to put a fitting, but that's a problem for your HVAC guy. You just have to design it. So no, don't do that. There can be, seems like there's 54 errors. So I mean, ideally you want to be able to get the correct duct sizing, because it can't all be 12 by 12. That's part of the problem, actually. So this is an issue. So let's say we do this a different way. For example, we're gonna undo a bit of this. Oops. So now I'm gonna go back here, and I'm gonna select my ducts, and this time I'm just gonna do a section. So I'm gonna go Duct System. Actually, I'm gonna go back to Systems. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go Duct, and then I'm gonna go Systems, and I'm gonna go Divide System. I don't want to do that though. I'm gonna go. Let's go like this, and we'll go divide. Now you don't want to do that either. So We'll figure this out later. But let's go back to system. We don't end up with like 26 systems either. It's not what we want. So let's do this again. So I'm gonna go here. We're gonna go duct. We're gonna create one system, and then we're gonna go generate layout, and we're gonna put a base somewhere, and we're gonna finish, and now we're okay. But now all of our ducting is 12 by 12. So there was an option somewhere for Revit to do automatic stuff, but I can't remember where. Anyway, well, it should be able to tell you the size of the duct. Now, if you don't like it, you can change your duct size. So you can, let's say, this doesn't really matter, but if you go realistic detail, you can change your duct size. Let's say you can go 14. Maybe my CFMs aren't high enough, so if let's say I took this diffuser for example, and I made it 700 CFMs. Now, if I go back to my system, edit the system, I can, actually I don't think we can, but I think that's about it. If you have any questions, please post a comment. Thank you.